pimp, that pimp, and shrimp. You got that pimp, that pimp, and shrimp. You got it.
Jeez. No cursing.
No cursing.
Right? And we're going to try to like...
Well, no, we can curse. We say shit, crap. Just try to like keep the F word down.
Keep the F-bombs low.
Keep the fucking F word out of your mouth, motherfucker.
I
God
can't
damn
help
it.
it.
Jesus, motherfucker. Gosh. And we go again.
Canceled.
Yeah, right. And you get canceled. I didn't even start. If you don't start, how can you be canceled?
Are we recording right now?
What? Maybe.
Oh, no. Okay, all right, sorry.
Hey guys, it's us again.
Hey,
Hello.
That's right.
Yeah,
There we go. Thank you very much. It's buttermilk, and it's smelly Lafoot, and it's also smooth balls.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Oh, fun with buttons. There you go. Ah, there we go.
I like that little space thing. It's like if you're telling a story. And just,
Yeah, I know. This is when if Smoothball starts talking about his gay dream last night.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I don't like where these buttons are going.
Smooth Balls has no control over
I
this,
think
so he
they're
has
great.
to suffer.
Yeah, everybody agrees. They're awesome.
Suffer.
Hey, you guys shouldn't have me by those buttons.
You've been practicing.
Yeah, I was. All right, guys. Hey, so what? Obviously, we're going to try to do we're going to try our visual recording of the PGS Pimp, Gimp, and Shrimp podcast. It's been a while since we've been on last, but me and Buttermilk have been keeping ourselves pretty busy. We've been working on I want to say a practice run Ghost video, but we might just throw that on there. Although the audio is off, we need to get some personal audio.
We're still amateurs at this,
Still amateurs work on it, but we
work in
Got to
practice.
start somewhere.
Yeah, and we thought we might throw it up. We just know that it will have to everybody. We know the audio is kind of bad on it and everything, but we're pretty happy with them. It came out okay, and we get to throw it. We went to Fox Ridge Park, so we might do that.
Fox Ridge,
Yeah.
Green Valley Park.
Yeah, and then me and Buttermilk have been doing a lot of gaming online. We've been
Gaming.
Gay. Well, they're cheering for y'all. They like it.
That was a good one, sir. A good one.
All right, sorry. So I was saying gaming, and we've been trying to edit that together and put that on there and just try to put a bunch of different content. And as far as the gaming, I mean, we're always gaming anyway.
Yeah, so it's a
recording
little
it.
project we're doing on the side with no education in computer,
Right.
video computer
Nothing.
editing. So
Right. Exactly.
we probably take a little longer than everyone else because
Right.
we're a bunch of old guys
Exactly. At
trying to
first-
get back into the technology game.
Exactly. But we've been getting it. We'll get there.
What
so-
games you guys playing?
We started this little we started a Call of Duty series,
Mm-hmm.
and we started playing Generation Zero.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little bit of Rust, but we got bullied off that because
Yeah, that's rough.
there's a lot of people who have a lot of time on their hands to play that game, and it's real frustrating. We'll put 2 hours of work in just for it all to disappear because someone just came in and just.
And especially when you're just trying to get some stuff done, like you're trying to show stuff on
Yeah.
we're trying to video, and then someone comes on and just kills you. Fucking
We all have
assholes.
lives. These kids like sit in front of those things for hours.
Right. So
And they're probably YouTube gamers that's what
Yeah,
they do
themselves.
for a living.
Exactly, yeah,
Just-
yeah. just like and so
They pee and
and
poo
then
in
we
a
did
bucket.
Fallout 76. They do the Cartman. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Put one in the bucket. Yeah. If anybody watches South Park, they know exactly that. Mom, it's all spraying on her face. That's so gross. Ooh, and mine's a big boy. Yeah. So this week's ranking, we're gonna do best Super Bowl commercials that we of
Our
personal
favorite.
our favorites that we could, and there was like so many when I started looking. I'm like, holy shit! And then I'm like, oh, I remember this one. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this one. So it just I don't know if you had a chance to look it up.
I
Super
looked
Bowls.
at that.
Okay, a little bit. Yeah.
I just feel like every Super Bowl I'm working. So
Right,
you know.
well, exactly. So especially now for the past, like 20 years, it's been a lot of it.
15.
It's really got to be something noticeable that people like, hey, you got to check this out. Because I know, like after now, I'll go back through and I'll go through the whole YouTube thing of just Super Bowl commercials, and I'll kind of go through them a little bit, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right. And somebody will mention something. Let me watch that one. And sometimes lately, some of those Super Bowl commercials are more exciting than the games, but they're not. And like I said, at work, and for me, it doesn't seem like they don't have the same appeal anymore like they used to. You know, like 10, 15 years ago.
Doritos throws out a good product. Pepsi.
But
Doritos is probably the best for me.
Yeah,
Budweiser has like that classical type.
Well, Budweiser,
commercial.
like in the 90s, had really great ones, and then they go over and I'll go into before we start getting into the rankings, start rants, and I'm going to go into one of my rants, and then we're going to start at Super Bowl commercials. Is the whole touchy feely commercials on Super Bowls? They love to do that, and they fucking hate it. Well, the ones that's supposed to tug at your heartstrings, and it's like, oh man, dude,
get in touch with your sensitive side.
I fucking hate that so much because it just makes me pissed off. Like, stop,
I want to watch football.
I want to watch football. I want to laugh, and I get those people out there. Even if it doesn't make me laugh, just give me a fucking commercial. Don't. It's just so.
Who wants a hug?
Oh, daughter's coming home, and she was been away for so long. Oh my god. And whatever, even if it does affect some people that way, I don't want to be fucking upset and sad during, and it's just I don't like it, and I know Super Bowls are geared for everybody, so they want to make sure they get and this is not me, this is what I'm thinking the way they think. They want to get the female, and they think that's what they want,
target.
the female target, and I also think that's why, and they want to get the younger people to get the halftime show, which I hate. Halftime shows. I don't care
I don't like
who it
halftime
is.
show.
I don't care if it's. It has been artists that I've liked a lot. I don't like it. It's so fucking stupid. You
It
never
does get
go.
that audience though of those women.
It
in
does.
Their 40s.
It does. It
Like,
gets
"Oh, the
people
Super
in there.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Did you see the
exactly.
Super Bowl show?"
Well, I mean, I'm like, I don't go to a rock concert and I want to have a football game in the middle of intermission of that. Like, hey, as soon as Pearl Jam goes off, let's have like
Pee-wee football
let's have a
in
quarter of a
between.
football going in, and then we can go back to the game. Like, no, dude, no, I don't like it. I don't know.
I'm not a fan, but it
Yeah.
does get people like my girlfriend
I
and
get
other
it.
women.
Right. I understand why they do it, but I fucking hate it. I wonder how the football players, I wonder if they enjoy the extra time, because if anything, it gives them a little extra time for halftime.
Yeah,
Or
I
they
don't think they would like it because I think we're creatures of habit. And
Yeah.
you play a football game, and what is it, like 20 minutes normally
Like
of halftime?
15 minutes or something. That's pretty quick.
And then
it's like half an hour. at
biggest
least.
game of the year, you now change that aspect of halftime. It's like, all
what I
right,
always
we're
thought.
not getting back out there in
Yeah.
15 minutes. Now
Well,
it's
then
30
they get to
minutes.
hang out with like Snoop and some of those people. And
Well,
all
you're in
those
the
people.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can do it
that-
afterwards. After the game, they can probably do that and stuff. Yeah, but I'm just wondering what like a real like someone who's played Super Bowl, if that even affects them, would they even notice it at all? They might be like.
I'm sure it affected the Falcons when they played the Patriots.
Oh god, dude, that was fucking terrible.
They could just blame on the
That's
halftime
right.
show.
Was that- Oh wait, where? There we go. All right,
I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
that's right. Hashtag not a fan. Not a fan. you guys remember those Red and Stimpy cartoons?
Of course.
Nope.
my God.
No, I don't
You
like it.
can't-
No,
you don't like-
nope. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. That's smooth balls right now.
If you play those now, you can't.
It would be censored or canceled in like the first 3 minutes.
We were kids watching that.
Oh, those are awesome.
But like you watch some of that stuff now, and like the saw,
The
and
innuendos,
boom,
yeah.
You know, like how did that get put on the air?
Well, there was an episode. You guys remember Rocco's Modern Life?
Of course,
Yes. Best
He was,
friends
he was
ever.
a porn sex tape
yeah,
caller or something.
Yeah, something like
Hot-
yes,
a sex
yeah.
hotline.
Sex hotline.
Sex
So
hotline.
one of the episodes is him and his. If you guys ever seen Rocco's Modern Life, if you haven't, then why are you watching our show? Why are you listening in?
We're too old for you.
It's an old school cartoon. If you know what we're talking about, check it out. It is one of those early like Ren and Stimpy-ish, but not as crude, but they had little digs. So one of them, I remember him and his friend Heifer was a cow. They went to the farm to visit. It was Rocco's dad, right? Because he used to live on the farm.
I believe so.
So Hef goes over to see the other cows. He wanted to say hi to him, and he gets into the milking machine.
Ew.
I already see it.
And then,
I already
yeah, you
see
remember,
it.
I don't remember that. So the very end, they're leaving. So he puts it on. They don't show it. They just show it from him. And when he puts it on, his eyes go across and he just falls over. And when they're leaving, he's like, I got to go say bye to somebody. And they showed it. They showed the milking machine and like they show the udders and they show like a little milk coming out. And I was like, I cannot believe they put that on. I watched
And that was on Nickelodeon in
yeah,
the
that was
90s.
good. I like a year
10.
ago. A year ago, I had to go back on YouTube and watch. I go, I can't believe they put that and they got away from it.
How did they get away with that?
Yeah, because I mean, it was not it was a male cow, so
Yeah, male cow,
it milked them for good. It reminds me of the movie Kingpin. You remember with Woody Harrelson, Randy Quaid? When he does
Nasty girl
that
with the
thing, he
teeth.
comes up,
Ugh.
he has a bucket full of milk. He's like, "Hey, where you been?" He goes, "Oh, I milked your cow." He's drinking out of the bucket. And he goes,
We
like,
don't have a
"Hey, we
cow."
don't have a cow. That's a bull." And he's like, it's like a full bucket. He's like, "I'm gonna go brush my teeth." Dude, Kingpin, that's an underrated favorite,
good
man.
movie.
That's a good gem.
good
Woody
movie.
Harrelson.
I remember
the-
seeing parts of it
yeah,
as a kid,
that's-
but like
you need to go back and revisit that, man.
I remember the scenes in the urinal taking the dump.
Yes, I don't need you to tell me how to go to the bathroom. He's all sitting.
When he looks in the rearview mirror and he sees the nasty girl with the teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the landlord. He had to pay for to have sex with her because he didn't have money to pay for his rent. But my favorite has always been the bucket full of bull cum that he thought was milk.
I would have just stand on the corner and beg for money then
It's
sleep
something.
with her.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ugh. You know that didn't smell good.
Oh, man, she looked all sweaty and she was good. The actress lady.
Damn.
You've seen her around. Let's say she's not like a
Seen her around? Yeah,
actress
she comes
lady.
in my bar.
Yeah. Talking about movies. And, I don't know where the hell you're hanging out. But it was just funny to see that lady play that character because I'd seen her in movies before and in TV shows.
Really?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't-
Back then, this is back in the 90s that she was, some few. So anyway, she wasn't an unknown, what I'm saying.
It makes me think of some people that come in my bar, though. Seriously. That woman, there's women.
Is that how they're paying for their drinks?
You see some of these people, man. Their teeth.
Smoothballs is going on another break. That's the 5th time this hour. Jesus.
I have child support after
Yeah, you're right, though. You see something coming in. Not as bad as Graveyard, man. Graveyard has for some reason.
That's
it
some
just-
weird.
The freaks come out at
The
night.
freaks do come out at night. Oh my goodness.
So, it's like tweakers on Graveyard. You get them on Swing, and I'm trying to wonder, do you think there's more on Graveyard because there's not as many people, so you notice them as more than on Swing? When you get during this evening that they just have more people that but. Some of these people I remember on Graveyard, I remember saying I don't know how that person's hard to miss. Even in a crowd, you're like, that person's pretty fucking hard to miss. But yeah, they would just definitely come out at night, man. You see.
As long as they take a shower, that's all I care about. A lot
I
of them
want to
don't.
smell
though.
every bar. No,
Yeah.
There's one girl that came in and she was on meth and she asked me for 2 lemons. And I gave her 2 lemons and she put them underneath her armpit.
Oh, jeez.
Citrusy fresh.
She's like, I know I smell.
Oh my god! I hope that she didn't try to give them back. No, they're yours.
She was a pretty girl though. She works out a Lifetime and everything.
Oh yeah, that's not pretty. She ain't pretty no more.
Not pretty anymore. No, I've never seen that before.
I had one lady one time, and she was pretty hammered, and she was some other people I knew, and she was like a friend of theirs. She's like, "You have any bitters?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I'm thinking she's a little sick, and I was gonna put it in. She's like, "No, let me just see that." And I was like, stupidly, and I was young. I'm like, "Okay." She says, "Cousin the bitters." I was like, "Oh yeah."
We had a bartender that used to
Yeah,
do
we had
that.
a bartender, but to see it in person, I was like, and she's like, "Oh, here you go." I'm like, No. I'm like, that's yours.
That's yours.
Now. I'm like, that's yours now. This is like a long time ago. I'm like, yeah, no, that you just, I should have charged for that. I'm like, no, you just bought that. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Those are expensive.
Yeah,
From what they're saying.
yeah, Gordon. But like we said, there's an alcohol content, and there was unfortunately we had a bartender who was had problems, and this person was drinking bitters for a while. They had to lock up all the bitters. Remember, it was hard to get. Like, can I get some bitters? Like, okay, hold on. They had a lock and key and shit. Yeah.
I saw that person make a soda water bitters. It was more like a bitters splash of soda water.
And that's what we're going. Like, where's all the bitters going, man? Because you
Hold the
usually like.
soda.
Her digestive tract must be spot on.
that's right. It smells like ginger. That's right. She farts. It smells like ginger.
Ginger.
Oh, it smells like ginger. I like it. that should make you smell clean, right?
I don't know. I've never been a bitters guy. I even hate
No.
old fashions. That pisses me off when people order an old fashioned.
I don't mind old fashions. They're fun. They're kind of, for me, they're fun. It's something that. Well,
I make so many. We cut up like 12 oranges.
I can
and I
see.
went through
I can
all
see
the
you going through it.
oranges.
There's been some days where I've made like a lot, and then someone's, "Oh, what is that?" And then like, especially when you're busy, you're like, "Okay, hold on."
I made
you know,
like
right,
25
right.
to 30 old fashions.
I think
on
that's what it is. When
Saturday.
you're busy, that's
Very
kind of
annoying.
that's one of those drinks. Like, okay, all right, and try to
Yeah.
dish it out, and you just can't. The thing I like about the any drink like the old fashioned is that's one of the things you can really kind of put your stamp on how you make it, because you can really get into it. It's not like rum and coke, just rum, coke.
I
Whatever.
understand.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying too.
If you're gonna drink bourbon, be a man. Just drink the bourbon. You don't need some sugar
Yeah,
and
sugar
some
sweetener.
orange and it's like just drink your alcohol.
Is there a like bartending etiquette? Like if you're at a bar and it's packed full of people, you see the bartender running around serving 5 drinks at a time.
yeah.
is there an etiquette where people shouldn't go up to the bar and say, "Hey, can you make me a
12
mojito?"
mojitos.
Well, the first thing that's really good when the bartender's busy, you do this. Hey, over here, sir, over here. Yeah, that's always a bonus. Exactly, right. No,
Whistles.
Yeah, if you got to be aware of if you see the bartenders running like crazy, you got to understand what you drink. And try not to ask for exactly. As much as I don't mind making old fashions, that does take a little time. You got to understand how your drink's made, and if something is going to take a little time, it's probably going to irritate your bartender at the time. Ask for that drink when it's slower.
And know what you want as well.
And know what you want.
Don't complain. Say,
the most frustrating part, I remember working an Irish bar on St. Patty's, was people would wait, and we had lines out of that Irish bar. We had just huge lines.
That bar was,
and people would wait half an hour for it to come in. So I'd come into, okay, what do you want? And I'm like, all right, I've been by the way. I'm like, dude, seriously, you waited half an hour.
Minutes, or they don't have their wallet ready.
Right, they don't have a wallet ready. They have, it's like, and at that time, you know, I don't like being rude. By that time, I'm like, okay, next. And they would lose a place in line. Sorry, bud, man. You got to get this person. 2 buds. Plus, also, you don't want drinks.
Ordering.
Double ordering.
Can I get 2 lemon drops? Here's your 2 lemon drops.
They're busy.
I also need a...
Right.
Sorry,
and then always forget the time. Exactly. Oh, can we get... And then, can we... I'm like, dude, you see, I got this full bar, and you keep, you have it all ready at once, especially if you've been waiting for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you said, if it's busy and you're waiting for a little bit, like 5 minutes, plan it. Everybody, what do you want? If somebody at the very last side said, you're going to have to wait in line, bro. You're going to have to wait because this dude, look at him, is running. You got to just be aware.
Handle your stuff better.
You got to help your bartender out, and he'll be a lot happier with you. And then next time he comes around,
you'll get better service.
You'll get better service.
Go faster.
So there is a bartender etiquette. There is unwritten rules of baseball, bars, and
that
common
goes
sense.
Yeah, common sense. Yeah, it's anybody who's busy and stuff, and you know that whatever you're wanting is time consuming.
Some people just don't have that common sense.
Some people don't give a fuck. They're like, well, that's just their job. They say that to do. I'm like, you know what? Technically, that's true. The same part.
Look at the people around you, don't you? Like everyone else wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
Everyone else is there for.
One issue I've been having lately is people asking for matches, which I don't mind. But these people who ask for matches are.
Does that really grind your gears?
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Do you have any fire? Fuck you.
No, it's not like that. Well, let me explain. I got it. No, I know what you're saying. And so these are the people that want. Like, and they follow me up and down the bar when I'm busy. So I'm always busy. They're following the bar like, and they're trying to injure like people ordering. Can I? One of those people. They're always. I'm like, hold on a minute. And then sometimes I'll take my extra time with these people and I'll slow down just to get these people. There's a few people now I know by sight. Well, I know what they want.
Oh, wow.
But that's what I'm saying. And it's not one person. It seems like every time somebody wants matches, I can tell. And I've been telling a few people in the bar, I go, okay, look at this guy.
Sit down.
Everyone has a certain thing.
I go, right.
Like
so they remind me of the tweakers that just can't sit down and they all, they need attention. I'm like, I know what this person wants. So they want the matches. Matches, how do you know? I go, I can just tell the way they look.
I don't get that a lot of my
You don't get that, yeah. Because where my bar is at, it's right next to the where they sell the gift shop, where they sell
They should have matches in the gift shop.
What we understand is the gift shop stopped because they want them to buy lighters. They have lighters, so they won't give out matches anymore.
Wow.
So my bar's the lucky bar that has to deal with these fucking people, and they're impatient and they're annoying as fuck, and they'll interject every time. Like I'm serving the waitresses, they'll just start yelling and stuff.
About your bar is the casino waitresses. Like I just have the one waitress in the field. You have these casino waitresses.
It can get pretty.
It
can get pretty hairy. Yeah, it can get pretty hairy sometimes, especially like. Talking about etiquette when frozen. I usually don't mind frozen drinks.
Blender.
I usually don't. When it's slow and stuff, I don't mind. If it keeps with the mixes we have, the one that kind of when we start going off the Julius world, that's irritating because that shit doesn't blend well. When you have the mix, at least it blends. It just gets all clumpy and it gets frustrating.
You get a lot of Miami Vices.
I get a few.
Yeah.
And now lately we've just been putting it all in one. She goes, just put it together. Okay, just blend it out. You know? Wow. It's boil them together. You know? But usually like we'll have 2 separate cans, so I'll just pour it in real quick and just pop it out.
I don't see as many Miami Vices when I first started working 10 years ago. I remember there was always a Miami Vice at least one time or 2 times I see in an order.
It's just a dick move.
Now it's like,
well, and then so that goes again when the bar's busy and the waitresses are calling them and any kind of blended drink and kind of looking at them like, you guys, you see I'm busy,
the blender's broken,
right? Sometimes you gotta help,
some people get upset about that.
But I get girls are trying to make their money too. I understand that, but sometimes you gotta be like, you see me running around, man. It takes a little time to stop and do stuff. Anyway, so
whenever I get an order for a blended drink, I'm like, if you go to sidebar There's a bartender named Doug.
Dude.
He went to school
Yeah.
for blended drinks.
We
He's
we
the
caught
man.
that
He
last
makes
time, dude.
banana
That was
daiquiris.
funny. And the best time thing about that last time it happened, the whole bar heard, dude. Everybody started fucking
That was
laughing,
me.
dude. Yeah,
that was me.
I almost feel bad for the guy who did that because he looked around like, what, like, what's going on?
I
Like,
do.
like some kind of joke, dude.
Every time, sidebar, Doug.
Me and the
go see
waitress,
him.
we saw that whole thing, and she's like, "I love that." Guys, I text pizza. I thought pizza had done. He's like, "No, what happened?" I said that. He's like, "Oh, that's so awesome." So good job. Kudos to you, buddy. There you go.
I will
Yes.
always do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kudos
I
to you,
like
buddy.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. That was good. That was good. Yeah. So bartenders, obviously, we hate doing that. So when you send somebody else over saying that they make the best blends, which you did was
To
funny
be
as shit.
continued.
Yeah, exactly.
Till the next
Hey,
time.
Doug did keep that smile on his face. He didn't go like, "God damn it!" He's like, "Yeah."
But you can't be like, you have to.
Right, right, exactly. He could have been like, "Blender's broken as I'm blending something with a bag." But I thought that no, it's broken. But it's broken. Okay.
I can't fix this engineering job.
That's fucking funny. All right. Anybody else got a rent?
Prices are expensive.
Oh
for
man,
everything.
gas.
It's
I just
like
put
that.
gas
It's
in my
like that
car.
all over the world.
I just
Oh,
put
yeah.
gas in my car.
Yeah, you got a second for that? Yeah. Second more, just fill up my tank. I know. And I got a Yukon, so believe me, when I filled it up the other day, it was like $120.
What if you had like an RV? Or,
Oh, forget it.
Yeah, those
Well,
are.
I'm going on vacation next month. We're driving down to California, so that's going to
It's
be
cheaper to fly. I'm going on vacation next month too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cheaper to fly
Well,
and rent a car
Yeah,
than it is to drive.
to drive down there.
Jeez.
I rented a
You're
car.
going to $7 a gallon if you're going to
I
California.
know. I know.
$7.
I know. That's what I do. We're going to be going from there, and then we're going down to LA area, then we're going to San Diego and back. So it's going to be a lot. I
Wow.
I
A
know.
lot of travel.
I've been selling a lot of blood, so and semen. Blood and
Semen, there you go.
in the same
Sperm
batch,
bank.
too. They're like, "Is this blood and semen?" Bingo! Give my money.
Ding, 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 ding.
I go, "That's not my semen though." So just make sure you got some
I have a bull in the backyard.
collection plate. Yeah, even the backyard. I leave over at work a little bowl out. "Please leave semen." It fills up right away, man. Within half an hour, that thing's fucking full. A little cup. We're like, "Oh,
You know, we
got
had
some
a-
more here. Here, hold this for me." Oh, which reminds me, you guys want to hear a great story?
hear this.
Let's see. So Irish bar. That just reminded me of this. I'm working. And Smoothballs was working with me one day because we were shorthanded. He was working somebody one time.
every now and again.
So we had another bartender. We're going to call him, we'll call him Ray. It's Ray. It was Ray's birthday. So everybody came, they had Ray. We're going to celebrate with Ray. We're buying Ray drinks. We're buying Ray shots, this and that. So we're there for a couple hours later, and everybody was making sure Ray got his drinks and got his shots and everything. So after a while, Ray's pretty hammered, But there's people, his friends are there and stuff, and Ray's not looking too good. And we're looking at him. He has his pint of beer he's drinking out, and he's finished up, and he's sitting there. And I can see him, his head's down, just like, ugh.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm like, "Ray, man, you okay?" And his buddy's like, yeah. And his friends and dumb, yeah, he's fine. I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, no, he's not doing good. So this is happening.
yeah.
I'm up, the bar was kind of spread out in two different parts. I'm up in the front part where they were at, and I think Smoothball's in the back. I think we had people in the back, but you were serving and stuff. And so Ray's like, oh, I can see stuff coming down. So his friend grabs the empty pint, gives it to Ray. Ray's like, puts it in, and then he runs off. I'm like, oh, man. So this time,
Do that
Smoothballs
sound
comes on.
effect.
Yeah, that's right. Oops, sorry. There we go. So, anyways,
It's a work in
so you begin to
progress.
like it now. There you go. So this time, Ray starts wandering off to go to the bathroom and trying to get in his friends there, and Smoothballs comes on the set and misses that whole thing. Smoothballs and his friend, gets the pint and he pushes it. Goes, "Here, get this off the bar." And I'm about to go I'm about to say, "I'm not fucking touching that," right? So Smoothball walks in, doesn't see this. As soon as he sees it, get this to the bar, it's okay. So Smoothballs grabs it, this gentleman right here, and he looks at it, and then I think you realize, because he felt it was warm.
I remember.
Yeah. And I go, dude. I go, whatever you do, don't drop that. And then you see those old Tom and Jerry cartoons when Tom has something like explosive, he gets into an old man. He's like, exactly what happened to him. You go, oh, you start shaking. And I'm like, dude, do not drop
Don't
that.
drop it.
You
It'll
put that on the counter. You're like, oh.
I'm so much better with that now, though.
That was so terrible. Well, okay, so and on top of that, so we clean up and they come over and they throw that away. He doesn't say a word about it. After that, I'm just like, oh, that's gross. I laughed.
I forgot about that.
And then so Later on the night, we clean up. Later on the night, we're going on, and then we talk about it. I go, dude, I cannot believe you picked up that fucking glass of puke. And you went, oh. And I'm like, now? You're like, I was trying to forget about it. Like, oh, you were gagging.
I blew it out of my brain.
You opened up a traumatized
and I opened it up, and you're like, oh, let's do. You're like, no.
I had a woman vomit in a glass last month, and she put it down right in front of me, and I was like, throw it away. She goes, can you throw it away? Real quick, just boom, trash. No problem. Wash my hands. I'm a seasoned pro now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My seasoned pro was like, I'm not touching that. Yeah. That's done. Yeah,
everything comes off with soap.
Yeah. No.
I can't even touch
not
a
the
plate
memories
someone ate off of.
Not the memories of that.
I can't. It's just,
Yeah, you can't. That soap ain't gonna wash that memory out of my mind.
We had about 5 or 6 big women, dirty feet, sunglasses in.
Wait, dirty feet.
They
Like,
stripper feet.
were they wearing? That's you're a feet guy, so you notice that.
You just look at someone's footwear. You could just tell, like, gross
Yeah,
sandals,
yeah.
dirty toes.
It's just normally people like dirty feet. What the fuck? Okay, gotcha. I thought, did you smell it? But you could just see
You
it.
could just tell.
You could see the smell basically when you. But you were noticing their feet, anyways. Go ahead. Sorry.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, they're sitting all in the lounge, and they leave a huge mess of chips, salsa, napkins, and a big old pile of puke on the chair, on the floor. just trashy people. Well, they leave. They don't tell anyone. They just leave it. So we find the bomb that's gone off, whatnot. We get it all cleaned up. And an hour later, they all try to come back in the bar.
Oh, my God.
That was a
really?
week ago.
Wow.
That was Friday.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
No, I went and got security. And then they argue with security.
Obviously.
Maybe if they washed their feet, they could have stayed.
Maybe they cleaned up the puke and said, hey, we're sorry, clean up. Fine. Yeah, there we go. Don't just fucking leave it for
They
us.
left
and then,
everything. It was gross.
And they just come back later. They're like,
Smooth ball toe securities, they have dirty feet. They're
Yeah,
not
dirty
allowed
feet.
They
in
were
here.
just trash. The girl has
oh, and by the way, they
argued.
puke too. Yeah.
She has no shoes on, sunglasses, and she's arguing with security while she's getting kicked out.
Yeah, that's
a tip,
unbelievable.
ladies.
losing battle.
Always wear your shoes. Don't ever walk around with no shoes.
It's anybody, men,
Anybody,
women.
yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're like under 5, yeah, you should.
Even if you're under 5,
well,
put some
I was
damn
gonna say, even when you're under 5 and you're in a casino, I mean, if anything,
glass.
that's for your protection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just forget glass. Just the crap that goes on in there. Who knows what the fuck is on? You know, there's like pee and feces all over that fucking place there.
We just had a guest urinate all over the chair last night.
There you go.
Longtime friend. Peed himself.
Yeah. That guy is getting a lot older though.
Yeah.
He is. He's seeing some time there, so it's too bad.
It's funny driving down the street. You see girls walking around without shoes on, out on public sidewalks.
That's crazy.
Those sidewalks are hot.
They're very, especially here in Vegas.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you see them walking, and you see
Yeah.
the sole of their feet
and
lift
they're all
up.
black.
It's,
It's
like,
all
just
black. It's just ash and black. Yeah, it's
See?
gross.
Stripper feet.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't know. I guess it's been a long time since I've been looking at stripper feet. It's been 20 plus years. I don't know. I'm like, all
Long
right,
time
I
ago,
gotta
I
take
had
your word.
a stripper in the backseat of a car, and I remember I looked to my left, and there was this like foot dangling.
Yeah, it's all
And
black.
the bottom of the foot was like, edit that.
You meant a friend told you about that.
That's what I meant. I heard that. It was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. His name was Balls Be Smooth is his name.
Balls Be
A totally
Smooth.
different person. Yeah.
BS.
That's right. That was a bunch of BS. All right, man. Anything else we want to bring up?
I got a rant.
Yeah.
I can't stand people that stand still in the walkway. Like where there's traffic.
Oh,
People
yeah,
try,
they do it all the
walking
time.
through.
Yep.
People who just stop, dead stop, and look down at their phone and just.
It's always a phone thing too.
Yeah, it's like,
God,
okay,
get
can
the
you
fuck
not
out of
just
the way.
can you do that out of the way of everyone who's walking by? Because some people actually have places to go. Some people are just tourists looking around. Fine,
That's what it is. The tourist looking around.
but it's step out of the way. How is that so hard?
Move to
Like,
the side.
I'm not so bad with and we're talking about work here. I'm not so bad with the tourist thing. I get it. They're trying to look around. They maybe get excited. I'm more forgiving for that. People that we work with, there's a certain department that does that shit all the time on their fucking cell phone, and you're like, get the fuck out of the way. You're in the middle, especially like the back hallways, and everyone's
yeah,
going.
those
they'll
narrow
stop.
hallways, doors,
Or
in the way.
just as bad, they're walking super slow because they're too busy or they're face down on the fucking phone. Like, dude, can you just wait fucking at least 20 feet to get out of the fucking main part? And get the fuck, that's annoying. And then it's usually the same culprits all the time. There's a few.
One of my big pet peeves is working at our circular bars. There's 2 entrances in and out.
Yeah.
And normally I have 2 cases or 2 buckets of ice
Yeah.
that I'm walking by,
Yeah,
and there's
it's
people always
not
standing
like that.
at the entrance blocking it off. it's like you see me coming back and forth, stocking with
Yeah.
cases of
Get the
beer,
fuck out of the way.
buckets of ice.
Yeah.
And then
Get
they
the hell
even,
out
they
the way.
even say,
You have
this is
all
the wrong
this room.
place.
You have all this room
Yeah.
to sit. There's a bunch
No.
of chairs to
Yeah,
sit
you don't wanna
down,
do that.
tables to sit at. No, we're gonna stand at the entrance
Yeah.
of the bar.
They want
Right.
to be where the
and have a
action is.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It's
Everybody's at the ramp.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting that if you think at least maybe not that it could be the all the time security be like, hey, you guys can't be on this ramp. You gotta is an open through way.
It's the whole
Especially
common
with you,
sense
'cause
thing people don't have. It's like
Yeah.
you have to understand you're not the center of the universe.
Yeah.
Like, look at the people around you. You're in their
Right.
way, or
especially you're not just trying to walk through, which would be annoying enough. It's you got shit you're holding and moving.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of the way, man. I'm a working man here. God damn it, I'm working for a living.
Like if it happens one time, fine. Like hopefully
Yeah.
you get it right after that. But there are
But I
people
think 2 or 3
I come
times,
back 3-4 times.
you keep staring at him when you walk by. Could you stand somewhere else? You see him
Yes.
working, the fucking working here. Just look at him really closely when you walk by. How you doing? Yeah, everything going good? Can I help with anything? All right, thank you. What are they gonna say? That guy got really close to me. Just trying to see how you doing.
10-5 rule. 10-5 rule.
Personal space, please. Personal space.
People don't know personal space, especially when they're drunk.
Oh god,
Oh,
that's the way.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
They're yelling at you. They're
It's just their breath. Their
You don't
breath
even
is
smell
the
it, you
worst.
just feel
Oh.
their breath, and they just hitting you.
Like, hey, you know what, that Budweiser with that shit sandwich you had earlier is just mwah, thank you.
Eating at the bar
Yeah.
full of people, and then someone brings a fat burger in with onions, and it's just the whole bar smells.
Right, and I think your bars, my bar will happen a lot because I'm right by kind of the food court area, so I'll have people come in, and I'll tell people, I have people like, hey, people who are playing, can I get something to eat? Yeah, they sure go in. I did have one guy come in one time, had food, sat at the bar, and I thought he was going to play, and he just started eating. I'm like, hey, no. I said, no, bro, you got to go sit in that back, the back tables. Oh, I got to go, yeah, you got to sit in the back table there.
If you're gambling, I'll let you.
If you're gambling and you're not being messy, because I've had people be messy, like, no, I'll tell them.
Mustard on the
I had
slot
someone
machine.
use the machine as their plate. They put ketchup on the machine. This is what I worked at. Bar.
Okay.
Yeah, like
At
the burger was on
it was
the
at
machine.
the
He
stage
put
bar.
Yeah.
At the stage bar,
I
yeah.
call it the stage bar.
I was like,
stage bar,
bro,
yeah.
he was so drunk.
Oh, that's so gross.
That was bad.
That's and then you had to lick up the ketchup afterwards. You had to clean it off. Oh, damn it! It's not gonna clean itself. I'm glad it wasn't mayonnaise, huh?
Gas is expensive.
That's right,
Where'd they get this cow milk from?
dude. That's foul. That is so
bad.
foul. That is just so. I mean, not about just the ketchup on, just the.
That's
eating
why we
off
have
it.
COVID and shit like that. That's why people are so
That's
dirty.
why we have like space herpes because shit like that. Oh, it's so
How many
gross.
times you go to the bathroom and you see people that you see all the time and they walk out the stall? We're not even talking about
All
number
the
one.
time. No,
We're talking
no.
about number 2.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like I shake your hand every day.
Yeah.
I high five you.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
ugh.
Yeah, I lick your fingers. What is going on?
what's going on at your bar, bro?
You don't lick your guest fingers? Weirdo.
Weirdo.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
More
yeah.
for me. I don't like that.
They
anymore.
work hard for their tips.
Got to do what you got to do.
You should
Yeah.
see what they do for jackpot tips. I got hit.
No, I did actually like that one a lot. That was good.
When are you gonna step up that game?
I got bills, man.
Bartend.
I
People
can't
come
trust.
He works hard for his money.
You
So
do work
hard
hard
for a honey. So you better treat him right.
No, they do it, but I do like the thing I like about my job is it keeps me active. It keeps me moving around, and,
There you go.
and I like to eat. So, so I feel like if
He has this issue where he has to eat every day. It's really bad. They've been trying to work on it. Doctors
licking
can't explain
fingers.
it. Exactly. Yeah. I just get
So,
this hunger in my stomach. I got to eat every day.
I know if
More
I
than
end up
once.
going into the bartending position, then my activity, my physical activity would be moving down.
Oh,
My-
phone it.
My physical activity would be dropping, and my
look
weight
like
would be
Mike Pizza.
gaining. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look like my pizza? Yeah. No. I like the first one.
But
Getting good at that.
Yeah, trying.
but yeah, it's something I enjoy doing. I get to move around. I'm not stuck in one location.
I liked it when I did that. I did when I was a bar porter. I had fun.
The good thing about that is that you get to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I never did bar porter there, but I know like when
Were
we
you
first
ever a
started-
bar porter?
Yeah, it the other first place I started at.
Okay.
It was just a few months, but the good thing about that is you get to explore everywhere. And I remember when I first started at the place we're at now, it was day shift, and it got really slow. I was at where my bar is now. It was the service bar. So some days it gets super, it used to get super slow. So I'd just go wander around, check shit out. People like, you need anything? The barber's like, no, I'll go look for it. Fine. I got time. I'd go wander, open doors. I'm like, what's in here? Oh, all right, the storage, okay, yeah. But I would do the same thing over there, just find everything's at. But that's why it's always good if you do go up and move up as a bar porter. You move up because it's cool because then you know where everything's at. You know where to get everything. If you're a bartender, especially at Graveyard, you're like, I know where I can get that. That's cool. Yeah, don't worry about that. And as a new person coming in, you tell them like, well, you might be out of this. They're like, okay, I don't know where to go get it. And you're like, oh, fuck, I can go get that. See,
you know all the nooks and crannies.
That's right.
I don't know if I know all of them. We have some bartenders who used to be porters, and the stories they tell me, the things they did. Back when they were bar porting, they had access to a golf cart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I guess the adventures they went on with that.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I like the one that some of the guys were doing the pallet jack races in the back hallway. And one of our buddies, we're going to name Crash, would actually crash into the wall. They would. They tell me, I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots.
What's that, the pallet machine? Do you have to do that?
Pallet jack?
Is the pallet jack?
But it's motorized. The motorized, yeah. There's a motorized one, too. I remember
you actually had to get certified for that, and we did one.
That's right.
I didn't have.
They're certified assholes is what they were.
You know the elevators by the TDR? There's the two, and then the dealer elevator?
By the employee dining room, yeah.
Yes.
So people know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I ran that thing into the elevators, and I took the elevators off the hinges.
Oh, Jesus. Now there weren't people in the elevator.
There was no one in the elevator. But, like, the elevator
like,
doors.
Earthquake!
It'd been like the opening scene of Speed.
I didn't tell anyone.
A pallet jack runs to the elevator. Elevator drops to the ground. What do you do?
I know I was on tape, but I didn't get in trouble.
That's funny. Yeah.
I was like, I just parked it, put it back.
And that's what we're certified for.
Probably.
It's not my fault. I wasn't certified.
Sudmal's like, guys, in my defense, I'm high as a kite, okay?
It's a long time ago.
Right, yeah. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
I could pass the drug test now.
Wow. You guys not knowing this person that's saying a lot. Very good. There we go. Yeah, see. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Shocking.
All right, let's get the cup out.
I could. I'm proud of that.
These aren't Altoids. He wants them.
No, he's clean.
Oh, you look at my face.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Oh. Yeah, no, he's pretty clean.
I'm not a cow.
You need to drink a little more water, but you're good, buddy.
I'm a bull. Ugh, I have to go brush my teeth now.
You have to go brush my teeth. He even had a milk mustache. That was so gross. It took a little while, but when I got it going, man, it came out pretty good. Oh. Still talking about the Kingpin movie.
That was a good movie.
That movie was funny. That was
Someone said Starship Troopers and Alien should have a collaboration. I saw that on social media the other day.
Oh, they wanted them to, like, kind of like the Predator and Alien kind of thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Which the first one is actually really good.
Disney owns the rights to Predator and Alien, I believe.
They own the rights to everything.
Yeah,
they do.
I would. They could do it.
Yeah. Do they want to?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we don't feel like it.
Disney comes out with a collaboration of Star Wars and Aliens instead.
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
Obi-Wan fighting.
I hear that Obi-Wan's really good.
It is really good. It's really good.
Finally, because they were producing some Star Wars that was like.
Their movies have been not good, but their series have been really good. Mandalorian was good. Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett was really good. Mm-hmm. This one's really good. The last movie they made that was really solid for Star Wars was Rogue One.
It's hard for me to get into a Disney, like. Oh,
you need to pay
Disney
for it.
trend.
That's why.
Oh yeah,
just
watching their shows because after watching The Boys, it's hard for me to then go back to watching Disney because like the whole PG children.
Did you watch the new Boys episode?
I watched the first. No, I only watched one.
The most recent one.
Yeah. I heard there's like a little Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, the first season. The first episode. It starts off right away. You watched The Boys, right?
I watched The Boys. I haven't seen the new.
So I just watched the first episode of the first season. This season, dude, they waste no time. Within like 10 minutes, you're like, all right, here we go, man.
Let's like the first season, first episode, 5 minutes
right
into
away,
it, it's like,
right away.
It gets you hooked.
I was like, wow, here we go. We're starting. I'm like, oh, I guess we're starting already.
So that scene is
no
real.
build up. Oh yeah, I'm like, no build up this time. We're jumping right into this. All right, it's funny. It's pretty good. It starts. I think they just let you know, like, guys, we're back. I think that's exactly. We're back, guys. Let's go. Let's do this. I
Sorry
like
for
it.
the long hiatus. This should make up for
The
it.
weird thing with somebody who's never watched it before starts with that. They're like, what
What
the
the
fuck am I
hell?
watching? Yeah. But so you know somebody who says, like, well, I saw this, and then I'm like, you need to go back and watch from the beginning. You just jump right in the middle. You're getting fucking lost. Exactly.
Yeah.
You ever watch The Dirt?
Outside?
The Motley Crue.
Oh, no, I did, but I heard that's really good.
That
Anyway.
starts off with a crazy
Yeah,
scene.
I heard that too. Yeah. And that was a movie or a series?
It was a
Movie.
movie.
That was a movie. I did get to watch it.
Movie.
Movies nowadays at home for me are hard to watch because it's just.
I remember. Yeah, okay. I remember. It was on Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
don't
I
have
think
time.
I don't know. One of them. You can find it. You don't pay for anything. You figure it out.
I don't pay for anything. You're crazy. I wish my parents paid for my stuff.
Oh!
Where's the laugh? Like, oh, there we go. Yeah, they need to keep me away from these buttons. There you go. There's the laugh right there.
We have an audience.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how they do it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This
not really people
episode was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
There we go. Yeah.
We're popular.
Okay, stop us from doing that because I'll keep doing that.
That is
They'll keep setting me up and I'll keep pushing those stupid buttons.
is fun.
And then I'll always accidentally hit this one. Or this one. I gotta
Like
stay away
pizza.
from this stupid. She was gonna say something and I fucking forgot. Oh well,
It was
fucking-
worth it.
Yeah, it was totally worth it. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. So you're talking about the boys. So if you want, and again, you're watching the series, you gotta separate them, man. You gotta separate your series and watch them.
Separate 'em,
It
man.
seems
Yeah,
if
separate a man.
those
Split
the
it down.
superhero stuff, if they really existed, that's how I feel like they
Oh,
would
yeah,
be.
that
And
seems like
then
more
jump to
real
a
life.
Marvel.
Yeah. Well, and then but you gotta know going into that, you're like, okay, I'm stepping into the boys' world. This is the way it is. It's more grim and more real life. And then I'm gonna go watch Marvel. It's gonna be more comic book. And it's totally comic. And I mean, they're both comics, but that's more grounded. It seems
I
like.
feel
Did
like
you see
it's
the new
just-
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I heard that was good.
That was really good too. Yeah,
I heard
that was awesome.
Morbius sucked. So
I
didn't
could
see
tell.
it.
I could
didn't
tell,
see it.
man. It's made by Sony. That's why. And I saw that, and everyone's like, "You don't want to watch it?" I'm like, "Not really."
Did you
No.
watch?
No, I don't like Jared Leto.
I don't like
Any of these
Jared Leto.
I was gonna
superhero
say that
movies,
now,
'cause
people should know by
apparently
now.
he's
You don't put
killing
Jared
all
Leto in any kind of superhero movies at all.
No.
I'm not a big Jared Leto fan. I'm not saying he's horrible. I'm just not a big fan of his.
Yeah,
And,
not
either.
most of the stuff I've seen him in has been like.
You know who I hate? Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I've
You
heard
said
that.
that. You
Okay.
said that.
And everyone loves that Maverick movie. I'll go see it, but I would just watch the first Top
so-
Gun
Right.
a week ago.
I'll tell you that. No, I get that. I'm okay with him. I'm not a big fan of him. But you can say the movies that he has have always been pretty decent.
I'll give him that.
That's how I'll give him. I go, I'm not a bad, I'm okay
Mission
with that. I'm actually, but
Impossible's
I've seen a lot of
popular.
people, Mission Impossible, yeah, I
He
get it.
just ekes me out a little bit. I'm just like,
You know what does that with me is Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't really care for him, but I like some of the movies he's in.
I can see that.
I can't watch The Revenant because it's just him, and
Never
I can't.
seen it.
I don't. And people say it's great. I think it's like almost like it was up for an award or nominated or something like that, or if it didn't win. Anyways, I don't
I've
like
never
him. I
seen
don't
Wolf
care.
of
for
Wall
him.
Street.
Me neither, and I don't want to.
You've never seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, I don't have any urge to. That's the part.
I've
And people
seen
like,
some of the memes and parts. I'm like, hey, that looks fun.
Yeah,
It
so-
starts off like intense, kind of
Yeah.
like The Boy starts off.
Yeah.
Well, I just like I like you said,
It
like
is a
Tom
long
Cruise thing.
movie.
I don't care for him. And then, but I would never say that movie sucks because I never watched it. I won't give that little. I never watched it. I can't rate on it and rank on it, whatever the fuck. Because
I say that about people's music. I'll never say your music sucks.
Right,
But
I just don't care for it. It's not
Country
for me,
music
yes.
makes me hyperventilate.
and right, exactly. But you
could
got to
have
do
a
that.
panic attack, dude. I really could.
Right, and I would agree with you. You never say something like that shit.
Yeah,
You
it's,
say-
it doesn't suck. It's just
see,
not
for
for me.
my opinion, I don't like it. To me, it's crap, but it's not.
I felt the same way until I heard like a couple songs that I was like, you know what, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But I can't sit there and listen to country music all day.
Oh, yeah.
But if there's certain songs,
I bet
playing,
you could ride that bull like a champ.
We're still talking about country music, right?
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah. You gave me hit the other one. That's the intro. That's not our
Hey,
intro.
there's a bunch of white women at those country bars.
Yes, there is. Sometimes you just gotta eat the shit in order to be happy.
Okay, stop. Get me away from those fucking buttons.
Sorry, those are fun. They're like nipples.
Yeah, you can't stop playing with them. Exactly right. They're like my balls. You can't stop playing with them.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
That's right. All right, guys. Why don't we
Back to sound effects.
back to sound effects? Exactly. Soundeffects.com. When we start getting into some rankings, man, our rankings this episode is going to be Super Bowl commercial rankings. Now, I mean, there's a shitload of stuff when I start looking up online and stuff, and there's stuff I forget. I was finding stuff from the 80s that obviously I'm old enough I can remember, all the way up to like recently when we're working as working behind the bar. A lot of times we're working through these stuff and we don't see them.
We'll see the reactions of people, but the commercial's already over. So we don't
commercials over already, and I said before we'll have to go back later on to watch. Anybody notice like, hey, check out this commercial, and I'll go and I'll just watch the YouTube. We'll always have a good thing where they just put all the commercials together and you can watch it and stuff. So I don't know, what do you guys remember, like some of the memorable commercials going on? I like going old school. I like all the Bud Bowl stuff. And I went back and watched the Bud Bowl 1 when they first did it, dude. And it was pretty funny having it was Bud and Bud Light playing each other. Yeah. So what it was through the whole Super Bowl, they would cut in with a commercial. So they had the introduction and they cut off. And because at first I'm watching, I'm like, I don't remember this commercial being this long, but it was like every cut was like, oh, I forget. They would come in the commercials and stuff. And
I've seen that commercial.
And they go in and if you guys are waiting to hear who won, it was a Budweiser one. So exactly. But I feel
it's a long time. I remember that vaguely.
Well, they did a bunch, and then they did Bud Bowl 2, Bud Bowl 3. So they had all their Bud Bowl ones. I remember being younger, I loved. I was like, oh, I can't wait for Bud Bowl to come on. Who's going to win this time? And one point, like they had a third team come in because they had Bud Dry. It was at the time they had Bud Dry. It was weird, but anyways, Bud Ice, and there was even I was telling Buttermilk one point. The owner of Bud Light was Spud McKenzie. Was an old dog who was a mascot and stuff, and they had him in a little tuxedo when they scored, and there was a woman behind him cheering him, and they were like, "Yay!" It was so fucking weird. Yeah, I go, "Hey, Spud McKenzie!" I got excited. All right, it's Spud McKenzie. It's the owner of the Bud Light people. So, but it was pretty good. They had a big Bud bottle come in. They call it's the freezer, the fridge. Yeah, he comes in just like the fridge, and he goes in and scores. He come homage and he scored the touchdown and stuff. But yeah, so that those are always fun, and they kept it up too. But for a long time through the '90s, Budweiser. Now they have the stupid touchy-feely crap, which I hate. But now they had a bunch of.
Is it Coors Light the new sponsor of the Super Bowl?
It might be.
I think. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
New times.
White Claw is the new sponsor.
Oh God, this is why we're failing as a.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Me and Smothered Foot were discussing this before the show. That Snickers commercial with Betty White. Rest in
that
peace,
one.
Betty White.
Yeah,
we're talking about that. That was funny. The way they're tackling her in the mud.
Yeah, you see her running for a pass.
Yeah,
and
he's like,
the
whack!
effects of her getting laid out.
Right in the mud. It's like, come on, man.
Going back to the huddle.
Yeah.
you're playing like shit.
He's like, you're playing like Betty White, and she's like, that's not what your girlfriend said last night. And we're talking about the way the way she delivered that line was perfect. That guy's like, hey, and they started going, they had to break him up and stuff. That was good. And then they kind of they played. I think that was like the very first one they did that, right?
Yeah,
because they did a bunch of them.
Started it all.
With like Elton John, and they had a bunch of that was good. But that first one was great because you're like, what the fuck, they're taking the shit out of Betty White.
Betty White. I'm gonna look for that Betty White Snickers commercial.
Yeah, it was good.
I remember that one. That was a good one. There are a lot of. I need to go look through some.
There's a bunch, man. I was trying to refresh your memory because there's so much. Another one was the Office Linebacker by Reebok, and this one was it showed this guy talking about, to increase productivity, we offered, I think it was like something Tate, linebacker Tate. I forget who he played for at the time. This is back in the 90s. And the linebacker would go, if you're doing something wrong, he would just freaking tackle you. Like, remember to use your spreadsheets on Linux Flint, whatever. He goes, stop using your break time, or you're past your break time by 10 minutes. But he would just knock the shit. And the whole commercial is just him just cramming into people in the office, dude. And I was telling Buttermilk, I'm like, dude, somebody says, he's like, well, it's like stunt man. I go, I know, but he just... large human being just crashing into small people, just demolishing them. They're like flying against the wall, the fucking office and shit. Yeah,
I love it.
Imagine being able to get away with that.
Oh god,
for real.
Yeah, right. It's just one of these other say, you're using too much printer stuff in some place. Hey Terry, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Stop using so much. And that's how it ends. I'm like, dude, that was funny. I remember that. That was fucking good. So that was the office linebacker. They called it. It was pretty funny. The guy's like, it's pretty, to produce great productivity, and we hired Terry to go ahead and and they show him hitting people. Our productivity has gone up by 80% or whatever bullshit.
One slap a week.
Oh man!
If I can slap one person a week.
Well, it was not. If we could hire this guy Terry to just tackle people we don't want, dude, you would feel you're like, even if you do it yourself, like, oh, that felt good. Watch that.
Yeah,
that felt great.
Yeah, I'll watch it from afar.
Exactly. You're like, it wasn't me, it was him. Apparently, he did something wrong. So
no, I let him know. That happened to me.
I called him over here. You're like, ding ding. I think his name was Terry Tate. Was it was.
All right, this one's probably one of those feel good ones you may not like, but it was a Volkswagen commercial. and there was a little kid that was dressed as Darth Vader, and he's walking around the house trying to use the power of the Force to get things to move around. There was a doll he tried to move, couldn't get it to move. The dog just stared at him. He tried to get the dog to move. Plate of food didn't work. His father then comes home.
I know.
Volkswagen. He comes home from work. Kid goes storming out the house, runs past his dad, tries to use the Force on the car. Nothing happens. There for 5 seconds, just yeah. and the entire time they have the Star Wars, the Darth Vader theme song playing. That's like the Imperial March, I think it's called.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
So he's just sitting there, just like trying, and then camera pans over to the father with the key fob, auto starting it, and the car just comes to a roar.
Exactly.
That was one of those nice feel good movies. I was like,
that was good because that was kind of funny too. That was kind of like, that's Star Wars. Right? Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about the feels of that. The feminine one. That's like a heartful kid, guy, like. That
one was okay. I like that one. Yeah, this one was just they're trying like we're gonna make him cry. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make him cry. And that's right. Yeah, and so that's the one exactly. I'm not a total monster, guys. Come on. I hate kids. God damn it.
Just on BNS gaming, you're a monster.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh god. The other night.
Are you guys getting the new Modern Warfare? The remaster?
I probably will.
It's like $70.
Yeah, I probably will.
Likely.
Yeah. When we
more content for us to.
Yeah. Plus, we usually end up playing anyways, and there's always some with a Call of Duties that are good. They have good maps and stuff, and you can't beat their multiplayer maps, even if some we don't like. The multiplayer play out of all those kind of type of games, it either be against, from my opinion, against like Halo or Battlefield or some of these other ones, even Gears of War, you can't beat the multiplayer from Call of Duty. They had that down pat. Yeah. They know exactly how to do it, and they rolled it out pretty good.
We enjoyed Gears of War.
Now, Gears of War,
we spent hours.
Gears of War, what Gears of War has is the Horde mode, and that is, you can't beat that off Gears of War. That was always fun. So if you guys don't know Gears of War Horde mode, it's just that you basically you and your
that was the original
3 other people. The
original. I like the second one too, but now they took away the co-op and a lot of I want that 4-player co-op. That was always a good time.
Right. And the Horde mode was just basically, you and like 3 other people, 4 people against just a massive wave of enemies, and you try to survive. Like how many? 50 or 60?
Something like that.
You just try to finish it. Yeah, and it was fun. It just get harder and harder, and that was always fun. We would do that.
Torque bow, man.
Oh yeah. Boom. Oh yeah. You get that down
you
right.
You have to build your defenses.
But if you fuck that torque bow up, you just destroy you. It would suck. Like, sorry, that was me. It's like, damn it.
Is there any new Gears coming out? Do we know about that?
The one came out. Was it?
No, there's a new Street Fighter coming out. I know there's
Resident Evil comes out, I think, in October.
4?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'll play that. I really enjoyed 4.
I think Gears of War came out. Was it last summer? They had one new one, or it was like the extension of the last one, or something like that.
Oh, Gears 5. Gears 5 was okay.
I think it was. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll see. Yeah, but
back to our rankings.
Yeah, back to the rankings. Sorry, guys. Yeah. What else we got?
It's my fault.
The Doritos commercials always have done good ones.
Yeah, Doritos had one with Morgan Freeman and Peter Dinklage. Where they had them lip syncing over Busta Rhymes, a song of Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
and to see them do that, I thought that was very very funny.
I was looking at that and thinking of didn't Doritos do the one with Scarlett Johansson and her husband, Colin Jost or something like I didn't do it that was Ashton Kutcher and Mila
Kunis.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I don't remember it.
It talked about if he ate, or was it Cheetos? I don't know, if she ate the Doritos or something, and I didn't do it. Or, I don't know. But I was just like.
Hey, those commercials are expensive.
Everyone loved it.
You better come with it.
Right. Well, everyone loved it. I was just kind of like, Oh.
There was one funny one. I think it was a Doritos commercial. It was a little kid, and I guess his mom is going out on a date with some guy, and the guy comes over and he starts eating the kid's Dorito. And the kid walks up to him, slaps him. He's like, "Don't touch me, and don't touch my mama, and don't touch my Doritos."
I think that one. The one I like is the one with the time machine. We talked about that. The guy's in the time machine, and that little kid runs off, and the old man, "What are you doing in my yard?" The guy gets out, I was like, "Timmy, you're so old." It's so stupid.
I need to do my homework. I don't remember some of these commercials.
So another classic one I was looking up, and I didn't realize this because I'm obviously older than these guys, was Where's the Beef from Wendy's. Was it a Super Bowl commercial? Okay. That started, I didn't remember it starting a Super Bowl commercial. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where Wendy's was always in. And granted, at the time, they had that big square piece of meat.
They still have that.
They did, yeah. But then, all the other, like, McDonald's, Burger King, it was like, so they were making fun of them, saying like, yeah, we got more meat in our between our buns, as we're saying. We got a lot of meat between our, but it was the old lady. She was like, and they had a whole
between
thing.
our buns.
I mean, it was a huge thing in the 80s. Where's the beef? They even had T-shirts that says "Where's the beef" on it. It became a big thing back then. You know,
It was trending.
it was trending. Yes, at the time, that's the way it trended. Exactly.
Where's the beef? We
Where's
have the
beef?
meats.
That's right. Yeah.
Here's a good one. It was an Old Spice. The man your man could smell like.
Yeah.
It was when the guy with the camera trickery, he's like, ladies, look at your man. Now look at me. Look back at your man. Now look at me. And it was just a continuous one-liner and camera trickery of him just moving across.
Oh,
It's
really?
like at the end, he's like, I'm on a horse. And like, look,
Yes.
it's an oyster with tickets of that thing you like. Now look, they're diamonds.
I remember
That's
that.
funny.
I was like, oh.
That's a good one. I like because he was such a visual kind of,
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a lot of
And I think it
bombs,
like
though,
just
too.
continued. It was one of those that like it started like a little
Yes,
thing.
and then it
little-
just kept going and
Yeah.
everything. That's funny. There's a lot of what now?
A lot of bombs.
A lot of
You
swing and misses. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
right.
because everyone they want to watch the commercials, and as you're watching them, like that one sucks, that one sucks, that one sucks. Oh, that one's good.
Yeah, and it's a lot. Like you said, you got to bring it. It's first of all, it's real expensive for them, and then you got to swing for the fence. I mean, that's like their. I'm just
Do you guys know how much one commercial is? Like how
Nowadays,
many
Back
no.
in the day, it used to be $1 million because that was the thing.
a
It was
minute,
like that.
$1 million a
It
minute.
was $1 million
$1
for that minute.
Now it's
more.
more than that. It's a lot more
Yeah.
because that was a long time. I remember it being a big thing. $1 million a minute. It's more than that. And I remember thinking like, well, why the fuck is Super Bowl? I go because most people watch Super Bowl than anything else. I don't know if that's still true, but back then more people watched Super Bowl than anything else, and that's why people wanted to get their commercials on because
And back then there was no DVR, so it was like
Yeah.
when people watched it, they were
you
sitting
missed
there
it.
actually
You missed it.
watching.
There was no YouTube, and there's no you. If you missed it, like if I missed Bud
missed
Bowl, I have to wait for it to come back on. But it's never the same as Super Bowl would play the whole thing. If you watch like the Bud Bowl commercials after Super Bowl, it's all cut up and it's not.
It's
you
all
don't watch
before YouTube too. You can't go on the
I don't know who
internet
the
and
hell
look
won
for it.
Bud Bowl, man. I had money right in this shit. This is bullshit.
I bet you could bet that now too.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Exactly. That's fucking fun.
Prop bets
On Bud Bowl.
I bet you there are prop bets on Bud Bowl.
Well, the year that I think it was Bud Dry or Bud Ice came on, nobody figured it was gonna be a 13, so that would have been a long shot, man. It's like a 5,000
Safety on the first play.
Right, exactly. I bet there'd be a 13 coming in. There's no fucking way. Give me odds, man. Give me odds. Yeah, you got a little tip that Bud Ice was coming into the fold.
Bud Ice. They still make Bud Ice?
No, I don't think. Maybe. They had like Bud Dry,
Smirnoff
Bud
Ice. I've
Ice.
seen.
Smirnoff Ice? Is
Smirnoff
that
Ice.
still a thing?
There was a commercial I just recently seen. It was like
Okay.
neon.
Now it's all the
colors.
seltzers like White Claw and Budweiser seltzers and Trulies and
I bought a
softer
Smirnoff
generation.
Ice the other
Yeah.
day.
you.
You were looking there like, oh.
I remember I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy one of these.
What'd you think?
Tasted like high school.
It's very dangerous when you say that. I don't know what to think. There you go.
I did one,
There you
guys.
sir. Yes.
Give
But
me a little pat
if you were
on the
watching
butt.
Buttermilk, got to push my buttons there.
They look like nipples. Yeah. Damn.
So you know if your joke's good, it's gonna be that or
You know
I
what that
kinda
little
like
green
that one.
button is.
I kinda like that one.
I think you can switch those up too. Like there's different
Probably
settings as you click it.
You can
and-
put your own sounds in there too. The guy
Okay.
said you can put your own because you can load in a chip and think I'm like. At this time, it was my other podcast. I'm like, I don't need that. I'm not a morning show. I'm like, we got this one here going.
That's something. Yeah. Ideas.
People love
The
it.
hamster wheels moving.
Fun.
The hamster wheel. It's a dead hamster though, so it's all good. Just going around with it.
I like that thing. Get me one of those.
Yeah, for the house. When your girl's talking something you don't like, you're like,
Yeah.
Smoothballs, take out the trash.
Bam.
Let's have sex.
Yeah.
No, that's more like.
Depending what she wants to do.
Why you have a strap on?
Whoa.
She's like, so invite my friend over. He says he decided to meet you.
He sucks fingers, ladies. That's fun.
All right, enough of the buttons. People are like, enough of the damn buttons already.
Sorry.
It might get it out. It might not be. We might just leave it in.
I like those.
And fuck you. Any other? How about any commercials that I already put mine out? I didn't like. I don't like any of the touchy feely ones, you know. And I get some of them to support the troops and stuff. Like I don't mind that. It's just when you're trying to get it, like, oh, support the troops and they've done everything for us. And yeah, it's what commercials kind of irritate you guys?
Feed the Ethiopians.
Are these Super Bowl commercials or just?
I see that, and I'm just like, I don't like. Come on.
What do you got to get
For
the
20
Ethiopians, man?
For 25 cents, you know.
So Sam Kinison had a good thing about that. He talked about people who do that, and you're like, why don't you feed them? You're like 10 feet away from them right there.
You're right.
You see the guys in the back eating a Snickers in front of them. Hold on one second. He's like, the fucking guy's sitting there. Why don't you feed them?
Yeah, I don't like those commercials. And sometimes I think there was a couple of those.
I do feel it does make me.
So the thing's always
seeing-
nowadays, especially reminds me of a scam. Though even worse, the ones with the dog one.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you guys, and not animal lovers, you're fine, but those people are sucking you in with those fucking videos of those
Absolutely.
puppies and stuff, and
soft
messed up.
music,
Like, how much of that money is actually going to help in whatever cause it is, whether it be the people you're feeding or the animal stuff. What the animal ones all the. Is it Sarah McLachlan? The eyes of the angel.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm like, man, animal people, animal lovers, don't get sucked into that. It's
But they
because
do.
They
Tons of them
do.
Like when I go to PetSmart and they're like, would you like to donate $1? I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah. You hate animals? You're like, yeah, God damn it.
I'm buying my fish tank food. Leave me alone.
Do you have any like swords I can stab animals with at the house here?
So many things I want to say, but I'm just going to.
I mean, get one of those bird beheaders. I've heard I can get those here. Right, no.
I was at Taco Bell and they asked me if I wanted to round up my meal to feed starving children or to help something. And I was like, no.
That one I don't mind because I hate change. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fine, just give me even. But
But like, where's that go? How do we know?
you're true. That's true. We don't know where all the stuff that all these donations go and everything. And I'm with you there. Sometimes you kind of like. So what you're saying, you don't. It's not like you don't hate the idea to feed the Ethiopians. You just hate that those commercials are feeding off that.
You don't trust.
You're like, I don't trust.
He does,
That's right.
he
It's
does
scam.
not like the Ethiopians.
He hates Ethiopians. That's right.
Smooth balls is Ethiopians.
If
The
you're
kids
Kenya,
from Egypt are worse, though.
if you're from Kenya, you're fine. Exactly. Oh, word. Exactly.
The
Right.
Egypt commercials.
Mumbai, you're good. You go from
Mumbai?
Ethiopia? Yeah,
Sure.
if you're from fucking Ethiopia, fuck you guys. That's right.
If you're from Detroit, though, I got your back.
Just your back, though, not your front. Don't be showing me your front.
Jesus.
If you have their back, you use them as a human shield.
Oh, no button there. No button. No button. No button. Man, that's horrible. Dark humor.
We got a really raunchy audience.
Dark humor.
What about you, Buttermilk? What commercials kind of?
Commercials that rob.
I mean, even if it's not on Super Bowl, GCC.
This may be a touchy subject. Political commercials.
Yeah,
I don't. That's I'm so sick.
We can leave it at that.
politics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't
just
care.
any of that stuff's like stop.
Any side.
Both,
I
both,
don't-
both.
Both sides. Yeah, both sides. It doesn't matter who. And,
If you want to vote for someone, look them up.
I think it's fun.
Don't
Right.
put it on TV.
Exactly. Nowadays, you can too. You don't need to.
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl commercial, funny. So, like we said, that it costs a lot of money to get it, and you get all these big ones from Doritos and Pepsi and Bud and Apple and all these put in this, and then you see like the local commercial, the used car salesman guy, going, "Come over and buy my car." I'm like, dude, you paid so much money, and you're gonna put out some shitty ass fucking local commercial. I always laugh about that.
Glenn Lerner.
Yeah, that's right. The heavy hitter. Yeah. And it's
Buy my mattress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, get those guys. They saved all the money they could. They put in like, you didn't have any money to put in this commercial.
Hey, there was that mattress guy. He did something with the Super Bowl. He made he lost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But like, I can't be the specific. I don't know the specific, but he did some huge bet and he lost.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it can always backfire on you, you know. So it sometimes those help to. So with I guess they do have a spot for local. I mean, because it wouldn't make sense to see a local commercial go, over in Detroit or in New York. But they all have a local spot. Like we have so many local spots that they want to buy up. You can do it. So I can imagine who's doing that.
I remember Glenn Lerner. I think it was right after the Super Bowl. He had a commercial right after the Super Bowl, so
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
He's
like
hoping to get that
it
tail
will
end of-
blend in with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other ones,
yeah.
and it was a real silly one of him like chasing an ambulance. But
Well,
he's
that's
chasing.
what he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the joke was he's chasing the ambulance, and then the ambulance turns, but he keeps going straight. And what's in front of the ambulance? An ice cream truck.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
So those are the kind of commercials I don't like. Those the lawyer commercials are always really weird. And
Car insurance commercials can be fun.
they can be fun. Yeah, I like the whole flow thing and the gecko thing.
See, I don't like Flo.
I don't mind her.
I don't like Flo.
Yeah.
She's creepy.
I think when she does the family stuff is funny.
She looks like she has a smelly puss.
cheese and
Jeez
rice.
Louise, man. What the hell?
I just get that. I don't know. I'm just like,
Yeah, no, that's
ugly feet, smelly puss. Aunt Flo.
I do like Geico's Gecko commercial.
Those are cool.
yeah, those are pretty cool.
Those are cool.
Those are amusing.
Is his accent English or is it Australian?
I think it's Australian.
That guy with the deep voice.
No, the gecko.
Oh, yeah, he's Australian.
It's
He's
Australian.
Australian.
Yeah, he's
all
a-
states. The guy with the deep voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I saw him on a. He's been
Lucifer.
right. Well, then there's another show, but he's been an actor for a long time. I forget his name, by the way, too. And then, now when I see him on the show, I'm like, hey, the Allstate guy. Hey, Allstate guy. Which, I mean, I don't know for him. He should be good and bad. He's like, well, he's
You're the
getting paid for
Allstate
it.
guy.
Yeah,
Bam.
exactly.
I like Mayhem.
People call me
Those
Mayhem.
those Mayhem
Jeremy
commercials.
calls me Mayhem from Allstate.
Oh, Mayhem. Yeah, that guy's.
That's
I seen him. He was on 30 Rock. He played the boyfriend of Tina Fey on there, and he put pretty good. He basically the same character, just an asshole, and he's just messing up there all the time.
You get on one of those commercials.
He was like, "Hey, how you doing, dummy?" That's what he called her.
Do you guys remember the? Oh God, what was the product? There was a squeegee guy, or it was the
ShamWow?
ShamWow guy.
He was weird.
And he got in trouble with the prostitute.
Something about bit her tongue.
He bit her tongue off,
bit
and
his
she bit
tongue.
his tongue off, or something. Do you remember that, the ShamWow guy?
You think that's what he yelled out? ShamWow!
So he bit like a prostitute bit his nose off. Something like that happened.
I'm gonna use a ShamWow to kind of clean it off. Oh, hey, it soaks up all the blood.
Soaked it all
It
up.
was advertisement. It was-
Oh.
Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja, I think he found a blonde Japanese girl and she bit his nose off.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Saigon hooker.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Jesus.
No, that was on Dirty Work.
Dirty work.
Dirty Work. Yeah, he played the
Thank
guy.
you.
That was his last showing in the film. Yeah, exactly. Last film. Yeah. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. Big
Rest
guy.
in peace.
Yeah, exactly. I like watching. So speaking of commercials, him and Adam Sandler did those fake commercials that they couldn't do now, but it was remember the Bud Light commercials? The original commercial comes in when the two guys go to an empty pool. It's like, man, this pool's empty. What you doing? He's, oh, watch this. The guy puts the Bud Light down, the pool fills up, and there's a bunch of pretty women,
Yes.
stuff like that. So Chris Farley and Adam Sandler did the same thing. Like, hey, man, what's going on? What's in? He puts it in that. There's
was
a
on
bunch
SNL.
of it's an SNL. It's a bunch of men, and they said Bud Gay. Yeah, they're all massaging them, and Sandler's like, I think I get used to this. They're like, oh yeah. Did the whole thing. You can't make fun of it, but there was a whole thing where they're watching the gay man. They open the glasses.
Pride Month, bro.
Yeah. It was funny at the time. It was really hilarious. Like, oh, that's fucking good.
Everything's so PC now.
Can't have fun anymore, but
Can't have fun.
Well-
Karen's real.
damn it, Karen. You guys watched,
I feel bad for people named Karen. Who are actually
right?
nice
You watched the new
people.
South Park? Randy, the one who's the owner of the Integrity
Integrity Farms.
Training Farm, they start calling him Karen. He's like, why does everybody keep calling me Karen? Just because I'm doing what's owed. I don't like people call me Karen. They're like, all right, relax, Karen. Even the cops, relax, Karen.
Karen's are real.
Even his kids.
What's the guy's name for Karen?
Oh, it's
Kyle?
I always said Kyle, but
No, wait,
there's
wait,
different
there's one.
names. I don't know.
I think the guy's name is Brandon.
No.
Everybody's name.
I'm sitting where you're sitting next time, buddy. Get ready.
We're just joking.
I'm going to get you back.
If there are any Brandons out there, we're just kidding out there.
Let's go be.
We don't know any Brandons, so but if we did, we're sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Just staring at the camera. We're very sorry.
Teardrop.
That's right. All
Should
right,
get that
guys.
tattooed.
You got anything else we want to bring up? You
Teardrop.
got tattooed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Look good on you.
He puts it.
No.
No, yeah, he puts it under his nose. That's the wrong spot, dude. I look like you always got a runny nose. It's like the joke with. Okay, so stupid joke. Guy has a friend going out and it's like, man, every time we go out and go to the beach and stuff, and you always get a lot of women. What is your secret? What are you doing? He goes like, so what I do, I get a potato and I put it down in my pants, and people think, the girls think I have a large junk and stuff. He's like, dude, that is a fucking great idea. So the guy goes in the bag, gets the potato and stuff, and comes out. Everybody starts running. And he's like, dude, I don't understand what's going on. He's like, okay, first place, you got to put the potato in the front, not the back.
Hey, some kid took a dookie in the pool. Oh. And they had to close the pool. No laughing matter.
Yeah, pool gets shut down for like half hour or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You'd have to drain the pool.
That's funny.
Snickers bar.
Snickers. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's good. Caddyshack.
The peanuts are fresh in this.
Well, remember Caddyshack did the Snickers bar and had that, dun, dun, and they see the Snickers thing. Dun, dun. Everyone's like, ah! Everybody runs out of the pool. And then Bill Murray is the guy who drains it. He's like, oh, yeah, Snickers. Come on, guys. You haven't watched Caddyshack? Gotta watch it.
Been a long time.
Yeah,
I
been a long
have seen
time.
Caddyshack.
I've been
Yeah.
told to watch it. I still
Yeah.
haven't.
It's a good movie.
Well, I remember
Old school.
when I had first watched Caddyshack, I was very little when it came out. We were watching on regular TV. They cut out the Snickers
the
part.
good part, the
Yeah,
good parts.
obviously they cut out all the boob parts, which is whatever. But they cut the Snickers part out. So I don't even know if they show it now. I'm like,
PC.
what's bad about that? What's about pulling the pool? I mean, it's bad, but what's about watching it when it's Snickers?
You know, they did a test of all those pool parties. They took the water and they tested out all the toxins and the fecal matter and the microbes.
80% urine.
It's gross.
Yeah,
Those pool parties are.
duh. Well, they did. It was also the ones the pool bars that did too, and that was really bad.
The only one
They
that
came
came
recently.
back good was Tao Beach.
Yeah.
But like Marquee was gross. Wet Republic was gross. MGM Wet Republic was the worst.
And we're all like, yeah, duh. Yeah, we
get in the
fucking
water.
knew that. Yeah, it's kind of like when, like, again, we're finding Lake Mead bodies. Duh. Yeah,
We got to go out there.
yeah. We eventually one of these days we're schedule wise, it's
schedule.
brutal.
Yeah.
We'll work our way out there. I think we're gonna build stuff up little by little.
I'll
So
take a
speaking
day
of-
off.
So speaking of, we're ghost hunting stuff, and we're getting stuff going on again, obviously, and we'll get there. We're just trying to find spitting everywhere, trying to find spots to. I want to work way up there because that's a good one.
Walk
But I want to
around
make
with the
sure we
equipment
we need to be a little more experienced to go out there because otherwise we'll miss a lot of shit or we'll fuck it up. And so I want to make sure we get seasoned a bit before we. And I know
seasoned.
seasoned with like maybe a little Mrs. Dash. I don't know about it's just salt and
I'll
pepper.
put some onion powder on my balls.
Easy, buddy. That's right. This is a family show.
No, it's not.
It's no, it is not exactly. Please do not let your kids listen to this show.
No.
Those little fucking tykes. I should put over the edge.
F-bomb.
That's the sound effect we need.
See, we can load up some sound effects.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are like, please don't. All these sound effects. Pretty soon, like,
It
like
sound like World War III in
10,
our conversation.
10 shows from now, we're not even say 2 words. It'll be just a bunch of sound effects.
I want one of those beat boxes.
There we go. But we'll work on our video content. We're trying to go and hopefully this our first video recording of this goes
Check us out on YouTube.
Check us out on
The
YouTube.
Pimp
Check us
Kim
out on
Shrimp
YouTube.
podcast on YouTube.
Yes,
and keep an eye out for B&S Gaming.
Part of the
We're
Pimp
just
Shrimp,
BSing on there.
That's
so
right, just BS, and that's part of the Pimp Shrimp a
little side project.
Yeah,
But what's
side
my
project.
name? Where am I in this? I'm like,
Smooth balls. Well,
Smooth
come
balls.
on, start gaming, buddy. We're gonna put it on. So, yeah, everybody, thanks for joining in again.
Bye,
We'll
you
be back
guys.
next time, and we will see you. Bye, everybody.
take care.